Welcome to the series Keep Calm and Kanji On for learning kanji used in Japanese. The reference material I am pulling from is a book by Robert Everman, which can be bought on Lulu or Amazon, links below. This video series does not serve as a replacement for a classroom, so in order to truly benefit, you should buy the book yourself and do the daily exercises and weekly reviews. Alright, let's get started. This video is covering these 10 kanji. Many of the words we'll be covering today use kanji from previous episodes, so you may find it helpful to review. Alright, ready? Let's go. This is the 21st most common kanji. It means hand and is also used as an occupation suffix. Now, let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means skill. The first kanji is pronounced jo, and the second zu. The first kanji is from previous episodes and it means above. The second is the one we just learned, hand. Together, they make upper hand, and one way of having the upper hand is to have more skill. Next, we have major company. The first kanji is pronounced o, and the second te. Again, from previous episodes, the first kanji means big, and for the second, we can use its secondary definition as an occupation suffix. This gives us a big occupation place or a major company. Next, we have before. The first kanji is again pronounced te, and the second mae. The first kanji means hand, and as we will learn later this episode, the second means before, giving us beforehand or just before. Next, we have skillful. The first kanji is pronounced u, the second ma, and the final character is the hiragana for i. The first kanji means above, the second hand, and the standalone i indicates an i adjective, as we briefly went over in a previous episode. Together, we get handy or skillful. Cool how these are synonymous in both English and Japanese, right? Now, this is the 22nd most common kanji. It means long or chief. Now, let's go over the 4 most common words using this kanji in order. This means long, as in distance. The first kanji is pronounced naga, and the second character is the hiragana for i. The first kanji, as we just learned, means long, and again, the standalone i indicates an i adjective. Together, you get long. So, long means long. Pretty simple. Next, we have president of a society. The first kanji is pronounced kai, and the second cho. You should recognize the first kanji from a previous episode as meaning meeting, and the second kanji we just learned means chief. Together, we get the chief of meetings. In America, the president is often referred to as commander-in-chief, so that's one way to tie the words chief and president. Next, we have long time. The first kanji is pronounced naga again, and the second name. The first kanji means long, and the second is another review kanji meaning year. And as we all know, a year can be a long time. Next, we have a similar word, a long period of time. The first kanji is pronounced cho, the second ji, and the third kan. The first kanji means long, and the second and third are review kanjis, meaning time and interval respectively. In fact, jikan as a suffix is a review word from a previous episode. Together, that makes a long interval of time, or a long period of time. Alright, so this is the 23rd most common kanji. It means come. Now let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means to come. The first kanji is pronounced ku, and the second character is the hiragana for ru. As we just learned, the first kanji means come, and the ru is a common verb ending. Together, this makes to come. Pop quiz! Do you remember the kanji for to go? If you pictured this, good job. If you didn't get it, consider reviewing previous episodes. Now, back to words with the come kanji. This word means to be able. The first kanji is pronounced de, the second ki, and the third character is again the hiragana for ru. As a review, the first kanji means exit, the second come, and the ru is a common verb ending. Now, I use a phrase to remember this one, to be able to come and go as you please. Next, we have occurrence. It may look similar to the last word, but the kanji are pronounced differently. This time, the first kanji is pronounced shu, and the second tai. They still mean exit and come respectively, and I use another phrase for this one. When something occurred, it came and went. Next, we have next year. The first kanji is pronounced rai, the second name. The first kanji means come, the second year, giving us the coming year or next year. Bonus phrase. Did you know you now know enough kanji to translate this sentence? 来年日本に行きます or next year I will go to Japan. Now, back to the kanji. This is the 24th most common kanji. It means in front or before. Now, let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This means you, but in a derogatory form. The first character is the hiragana for o, and the second kanji is pronounced mai. The hiragana o is a polite prefix, and the second kanji means in front. But wait, why is this word derogatory if it uses the polite prefix? The answer is it has simply evolved over time. For an example of this word used in Japanese, think of that meme from Fist of the North Star. Omae wa mou shinderu, commonly translated as you're already dead. So be careful who you use this term for. Anyway, omae by itself effectively translates to the person in front of me, or you. Next, we have front and rear. The first kanji is pronounced zen, and the second go. The first kanji, as we have learned, means front, and as we will learn later, the second means behind. Together, this makes front and behind, or front and rear. Next, we have the preceding year. The first kanji is again pronounced zen, and the second name. The first kanji means before, and the second year, giving us the year before, or the preceding year. Next, we have the previous day. The first kanji is again pronounced as zen, and the second jitsu. The first kanji means before, and the second is the most popular kanji, meaning day, giving us the day before, or the previous day. Now, this is the 25th most common kanji. It means direction, way, square, or person. Bonus tip. You can remember what this kanji means solely by looking at it. Take a close look. It looks like a square person directing the way, right? Now, let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means one, especially of 2. The first kanji is pronounced I, and the second po. The first kanji is a review from previous episodes. It means one, and the second means way. The way I remember this one is the phrase one way or another. Next, we have one's whereabouts. The first kanji is pronounced yu, and the second kue. The first kanji means going, and the second direction, making this the direction you're going, and with some mental twisting, one's whereabouts. Next, we have viewpoint. The first kanji is pronounced mi, and the second kata. As a review, the first kanji means see, and the second direction. I remember this one as the view-pointing man. Next, we have they, as in people. The first kanji is pronounced kata, and you may remember from before that the kanji repeater copies the sound and meaning, giving us kata. The first kanji means person, and the repeater copies that. And since the plural of person is people, you get they. Now, this is the 26th most common kanji. It means fit or combine. Here are the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means case. The first kanji is pronounced ba and the second ai. The first kanji means location and the second combine. However, I don't have a good tip for this one. If you can think of one, please let me know. Next, we have to come together. The first kanji is pronounced a, and the second character is the hiragana for u. The first kanji means combine, and the u is a common verb ending, giving us to combine or to come together. Next, we have to match. The first kanji is pronounced a, and the next characters are the hiragana for wa, se, and ru in that order. The kanji means fit, and the hiragana creates a verb ending. My best attempt at a tip is that to match is to fit in. Next, we have to be in time for. The first kanji is pronounced ma. The second character is the hiragana for ni. The third kanji is pronounced a, and the last character is the hiragana for u. As we know, the first kanji means interval, and the hiragana ni is commonly used as a time particle. The third kanji means fit, and the u is a common verb ending. Together you get to fit on time or to be in time for. Now, this is the 27th most common kanji. It means now, present, or this. I am honestly surprised that this kanji isn't higher up on the list, as it's one that I use pretty regularly. Regardless, let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means today. The first kanji is pronounced kyo, and the second u. The first kanji means now, and we all know the second kanji means day. I literally think nowday, but you may find present day to be a smoother transition to today. Next, we have this year. The first kanji is pronounced ko, and the second toshi. The first kanji means now, and the second year, giving us now year, the present year, or this year. Next, we have from now on. The first kanji is pronounced kon, and the second go. The first kanji means now, and the second behind. Something that is behind now is in the past. Next, we have now, especially in contrast to the past. The first kanji is pronounced ima, which is also how now as a standalone word is pronounced, and the second character is the hiragana for ya. The first kanji means now, and the hiragana is an adverbial particle, giving us now as an adverb. Moving on, this is the 28th most common kanji. It means same. Now let's go over the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means all present. The first kanji is pronounced ichi, and the second do. The first kanji means one, and the second same. For some reason, I associate being all present with the phrase one and the same, and I hope that that connection helps you as well. Next, we have same. The first kanji is pronounced ona, and the second character is the hiragana for ji. The first kanji means same, and I'm unsure what the hiragana character contributes to this word, which leaves us with same. Next, we have that year. The first kanji is pronounced do, and the second name. The first kanji means same, and the second year. Together you get that same year or just that year. Next we have coincident with. The first kanji is pronounced do, the second ji, and the last character is the hiragana for ni. The first kanji means same, the second time, and as we discussed before, ni is the time particle, giving us at the same time as or coincident with. Finally, this is the 29th most common kanji. You might remember from earlier in the episode that it means behind or after. Now let's take a look at the 4 most common words that use this kanji in order. This word means after that. The first 2 characters are the hiragana for so and no, respectively, and the kanji is pronounced go. So is a common prefix for that. No is the possessive particle, and the kanji means after, giving us that after or after that. We went over this earlier, but this word means from now on. The first kanji is pronounced kun, and the second is pronounced go. The first kanji means now, and the second behind. And as before, what's behind now is in the past. Next, we have back. The kanji is pronounced ushi, and the second character is the hiragana for ro. The kanji means behind, and similar to the ji we had earlier, I don't know what the hiragana ro adds to this meaning. My helpful phrase for this one is your back is behind you. Another review word, this means front and rear. The first kanji is pronounced zen, and the second go. The first kanji means front, and the second behind, giving us front and behind, or front and rear. Finally, the last one for this episode, this is the 30th most common kanji. It means location or place. This probably won't help you to remember the meaning, but it looks like a Cthulhu wearing a top hat and holding a cross. So do what you will with that information. Now let's go over the 4 most commonly used words with this kanji. This word means case. The first kanji is pronounced as ba, and the second as ai. The first kanji means location, and the second combined. However, between the first time we saw this word and now, I still haven't figured out how these 2 make case. So I'm sorry. Moving on, this word means a stage appearance. The first kanji is pronounced shutsu, and the second jo. The first kanji means to go out, and the second location. A stage is a location that you go out on. Next, we have assembly hall. The first kanji is pronounced kai, and the second jo. The first kanji means meeting, and the second location. So that gives us a meeting place or an assembly hall. Next, we have attendance. The first kanji is pronounced rai, and again, the second kanji is pronounced jo. The first kanji means come, the second location. Together, that gives us coming to a location or attending, which gives us attendance. All right, we did it. Time for review. Let's go over the 10 most common words that use these kanji. I'll show you a word, I'll count down from 5 and reveal the meaning. Ready? Go! What does this word mean? Today. Next. What does this word mean? President of a society. Next. What does this word mean? Case. Next. What does this word mean? From now on. Next. What does this word mean? To be able. Next. What does this word mean? Stage appearance. Next. What does this word mean? This year. Next, what does this word mean? One, especially of two. Next, what does this word mean? All, present. Next, what does this word mean? Occurrence. And that's it. Thank you. Bye! If you need further review, feel free to rewatch this video, buy the book this series is based on, links below, or another self-study resource of your choosing. And remember, don't panic. You got this. Bye!